etc. So we have courses in teaching methodology from an Islamic perspective, in administration, Islamic administration, in Islamic finance. We have courses also in studies of minorities, minority studies, Muslim minorities around the world. We have courses which deal with organizations. How do Islamic organizations function? Looking at those organizations, how to set up an Islamic organization. So, so we have a variety of supportive courses which should give the graduate the ability to either run an Islamic institution or to teach in an Islamic institution, to be a consultant to an Islamic institution, to be a translator, or to just use that in their own field. For example, maybe they're an engineer. Use that knowledge to guide them as an engineer how to apply their skills in a way which is most beneficial Islamically. So beneficial to the Muslim community, etc.
So I see your aim is not only that the people learn for themselves, but that they also teach it afterwards, and that the Islamic community benefits from it. This is what
because as Muslims we're not individuals. We are part of a community.
Of course, I just mentioned this because some people think, yes, I learn only for myself, and afterwards it doesn't matter, I need to pray, and if I know to pray, it's okay, but I don't teach other people. So I see your concept is based or focused on people who also want to benefit the community.
Well, the bottom line is that, of course, those people who just want the knowledge for themselves, we say, come, get it, take it, benefit from it, okay. But of course, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he said, خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه. The best of you are those who learn the Quran and teach it to others. Okay, so that is the best. Good is to learn the Quran. If you didn't teach it to anybody, it's still good. It's benefited from it. You improve your salah, whatever. So we are there for both. I mean, ultimately, we do want people to be able to share the knowledge because that is the ultimate level. And that is where the greatest benefit is.
How? So you told us how much time somebody needs to benefit and somebody needs for learning in this course. Now, if you compare, you studied in Medina and you studied in Riyadh, and you make this course up. So, if you now make a comparison between the studies, for example, in Medina, or somebody who graduates from Medina and somebody who graduates from your course, what are the disadvantages or what are the advantages, how would you compare it?
Well, the bottom line is that Islamic knowledge is fundamentally in Arabic. Okay? So a person who studies Arabic formally, spends 2 to 3 years studying Arabic, then goes into a full course of study in Arabic medium. From the depth of knowledge in Arabic, he will have a greater access, no doubt. However, the essence of what is being studied is taught in our program. In the Islamic Online University, a person who studies it will study the essence of what is there. He will study enough and have enough knowledge to be able to teach others, to benefit others, benefit himself, etc. So the main studies will be there. And he will also be getting Arabic, which will enable him in the future to go further, in his studies in the Arabic medium. So, I mean, the point is that there are levels. The study in Medina and in Arabic institutions is going to be higher, no doubt. What we have is something which may have additional benefits in the sense that, we are getting some other skills, because we have included those other subjects of Islamic finance and business administration and these other courses, which would then give the student, the graduating student, other skills and would strengthen him in the field of da'wah as well as in his Islamic knowledge.
This is exactly what I wanted to say, because I looked at your program and it seemed to me from the beginning that you're very focused on the da'wah work, that the one who graduates from this course, that he's able to give da'wah to other people. Now, you said it is almost for 4 years. What I see also as an advantage, especially for people in the West, if they study, for example, in English, they can also teach in English. I mean, for example, in Germany, or maybe it's also in some English-speaking countries, there's most durus, most lectures are always in Arabic or in Turkish and so. And so I think for the non-Muslims, if somebody learns the religion in English, it's easier for him maybe to handle with non-Muslims, because he has all these terms, he has memorized them. For example, now you learned in Arabic. Of course, I don't say don't learn in Arabic, you know, I try also, but I just want to mention this because I see this as an advantage, because there are some terms in Arabic. For example, tawheed. How do we translate this if we don't talk to somebody? Or how do we translate mustalah? How do we translate this and that? So I think it's also advantage maybe for the people in this point.
Yeah, I mean, considering that English is basically the international language, you know, which all people are learning all over the world. So for dawah purposes, definitely, you know, having the course in English is a definite advantage.
Maybe, for example, in my case, I was thinking about this, and I said, you know, I said to myself, you know, if I study these courses, you know, I will also benefit from my English, you know, very much, because if we always hear the lectures and we always read, you know, we benefit because we learn new words, and so it's also very beneficial. You know, maybe you want to give some last words to the brothers and sisters in Germany, or?
Well, alhamdulillah, you know, this is a great blessing from Allah that He has made this knowledge institution available so that it can reach into your homes. You've been relieved of the burden of having to travel, and, you know, as people of the past, to gain knowledge, they had to, you know, get out on journeys. That's why the Prophet ﷺ had said, you know, whoever takes a path in which he seeks knowledge, Allah will make the path to paradise easy for them, because seeking that knowledge in the past especially, it involved effort, a lot of effort to go out and travel for it. But of course today, with this now available, we don't have to go out. But there still is effort. Because to gain this knowledge, even though it's now so readily accessible to us, one does have to set aside time. You know, one has to manage one's time effectively. If one is going to seriously seek this knowledge, then one has to organize a day. Organize the time in your day. What are the things you're doing in the day? And set aside a slot for a study. Because if you just leave it as, yeah, I will study every day, you know, this is my intention, you know, then things will come up. Our lives are busy. There's so many different distractions, etc. We'll not be able to do it. You know, we'll not be able to be consistent and to keep it going. So this is why, you know, I would advise you not only to commit yourself to come and study, but also commit yourself to sacrificing from your time for the sake of Allah to get this knowledge.
Yes, I have another question. I forgot. This BA course, this bachelor's course, it's accredited? How is it?
At the moment it is not accredited, but we are in negotiations with a university in southern Philippines, in the what they call the autonomous region of Muslim Mindanao, where they have accredited universities recognized by the Philippine government, and thus they're recognized internationally. One of the institutions there is currently in discussion with us to issue the degrees for us. So within a month or so, we will be able to announce that our degrees will be accredited.
How many students are now studying in this Islamic online university?
Those in the diploma course, it's over 26,000 from 177 different countries around the world. You know, those that have started the BA program in March, we have about 250 who signed up for that semester. There were 2,000 who applied, But the process of registration, turning in your documents and everything, out of all of that, 250 completed the process and are currently studying. And we now
but that's
just
great.
250, sure. When we started a program in Ajman in the UAE, when I started up a Department of Islamic Studies there, I mean, we started with 30 students. This is 250. Sure, it's a big number. Actually, and we've now opened up the doors again for registration for the fall, for the September fall semester. Your registration